We often imagine the early Christians gathering with a New Testament in their hands, letters neatly copied, gospels side by side, one clear story of Jesus. But that world never existed. For the first century or more, no community had access to all the writings we call Scripture. One house might have heard Paul's letter to the Corinthians, another might only know fragments of Mark, or a hymn about the Word made flesh. Each group carried a different echo of the same mystery. What grew those churches wasn't a book, it was experience, the conviction that something had awakened in them, a new spirit, a new consciousness of the divine within. They didn't gather around a biography of Jesus. They gathered around revelation, the same kind Paul described, when he said the Christ was revealed in him, not to him, and the stories that came later, of empty tombs, of visions of ascension, those were the languages communities used to describe what they already felt. That death had lost its hold, and life had begun again. Stories of dying and rising gods already filled the ancient world. That wasn't what was new. What was new was the indwelling presence, the belief that heaven had moved inside the human heart. So when people say the early church was unified, they forget that it was actually 1,000 small flames, each burning in its own tongue, each translating revelation into its own story. There wasn't one gospel. There was a movement, and the book came later, a gathering of echoes trying to remember what had once been alive.